Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 711, and it is not Free Slurpee Day, but it is your review of City of God. As always, is the Nerd Chicano here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? On a wonderful Thursday night, and that is right. It is 7:11.
711, bro.
7:11.
I'm
Episode 711.
I'm pretty sure, Brad, we make it to 900 before the year ends, right? According to our calculations, right? Not including any like possible extra reviews that we do, right?
Of just the show.
The main show, yes, main continuity.
I don't think we make it to 900.
We don't.
Because we're doing two main shows a week.
Two main shows a week, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't think we got enough
maybe
weeks.
Maybe 800.
I don't think we got enough weeks.
750.
So what we got? We are already almost to the end of September. Fucking somehow time just flies. So we got October, November, December. So that's 3 months. You got 4 weeks. That's 12. 12 times 2 is 24.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's what you get. Now that's not the only episodes we're doing. We're doing a ton of
course, right?
live show because we have so many television shows coming out.
So much. But yeah, Brad, before we can get into review, how are you doing today, bro?
I am good. I haven't made it to the end of the week. I am fine and dandy.
Brad's version of the end of the week.
So. Yeah, I've made it to my version of the end of the week. I got to do shit tomorrow, though. I got to take my truck in to get the windshield replaced.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been needing it for a couple weeks, and I've just been not wanting to fucking do it.
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
So I just haven't been driving it.
I'm back to work tomorrow, and I'm back to Saturday as well.
Yeah.
At least it's the day shift.
That's
Tuesday,
good. Better than
Tuesday
night shift.
Tuesday I did the night shift, and I'll tell you this, bro. Walking down the streets of Houston, Texas at 10 p.m. At 10, like almost 11 p.m. It's got you going.
Yeah. Make sure you don't have any valuables on you either.
No. That day I went ahead and I only took my backpack with my camera. That was it, my film camera.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to steal a $50 film camera, okay, cool. You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
But like my laptop, I left it here.
In your shoe.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep my wallet strapped to the inside of my thigh.
Ain't nobody touching that. Ain't nobody going there.
Brad, what have you been up to, bro? With the watching? You watched Agatha, right? Did you watch?
I have not watched Agatha yet. I have not watched Penguin, which comes out yet.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings dropped today too, right?
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit to watch.
Yeah.
But I got shit to do tomorrow too. What are we reviewing tomorrow?
So tomorrow's Agatha.
So I gotta watch Agatha.
Okay, Agatha.
I'll
is
do
Friday.
that after this. How many episodes? 2?
2.
Okay.
Okay, it's a good thing you asked this. Okay, so Agatha's tomorrow.
Okay.
Saturday is Penguin.
Uh-huh.
Sunday is Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Starting next week, guys. Saturday and Sunday switch. Friday is Agatha. Saturday is Lord of the Rings, and Sunday is Penguin. I thought episodes were going to be dropping on Thursdays for Penguin, but apparently that's only for the premiere. From now, and so they're going to be showing on Sundays. So I think we're probably going to treat it like House of the Dragon, where we watch, where we're doing, what's it called?
Where we watch it and then come on to do a live show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's how it's going to be.
That's how it's going to be.
I'm sorry. I completely forgot that we were supposed to have Julia here. So it's a good thing after we do the spoiler warning, we do a cut. So we'll see what's up.
Is Julia going to be waiting in the wings?
Yeah. So
okay. Julia has power.
Yeah. So I went ahead and I took the dogs out, did all my stuff. I went ahead and I streamed on Twitch today. Brad, yesterday I streamed. I did 7 hours and 3 minutes, Brad.
God damn.
Stream.
God damn it.
I played Jedi Survivor for like a good 3 hours.
I'm not saying goddamn in a bad way. I'm just saying goddamn more
Yeah.
than my ass could handle in the
Yeah.
seat. Don't cut that, Stacy.
Yeah.
We ain't in no freak parties, man.
Yeah, with the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, huh?
And the 780 something like what are we?
Yeah.
What universe? This is the worst universe. This is bad.
Yeah. But I streamed like fucking 7 hours because I played Jedi Survivor, and then the new season of COD dropped yesterday. Ooh. So I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna play that. So I played multiplayer for a while. Like
you do good.
And then Callum comes. Yeah, we did all right. And then Callum comes in and he's like, "You want to play some Warzone?" I'm like, "Oh," I was like, it was like already 6 hours and 30 minutes in, and I was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna play like 2 games." Go on. Ended up going towards like 7 hours and 3 minutes, bro.
There you go. Fun stuff. I spent way too much money this week, so I bought a grape crusher destemmer. So
yeah,
I'm working my way towards the whole vineyard thing. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
So I can shit talk on Francis Ford Coppola's wines.
Yeah, because we're uneducated idiots, right?
Uneducated idiots who wouldn't know good if it hit us in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, this uneducated idiot is going to go see Megalopolis.
Stacy, waiting in the wings, as I said.
Waiting in
and
the
his
wings.
Lonely Fans begins. Technically, we do own Lonely Fans.
Yeah.
I think that just takes you to our site.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
LonelyOnlyFans.com.
Yeah. But yeah, I played today. I played some I switched it up today. I did what's it called? I did Warzone for a little bit, and then I played Jedi Survivor, got through like one of the planets. So yeah, it was a fun night. It was a good day. We had a lot of new follows on the channel. We had some new chatters. So what I do, instead of putting them a be right back screen when I have to go take the dogs out, I just put them a video of like basically ASMR cooking, where people are just like cooking without speaking. And some dude comes in, he goes, "Bro, you don't have OCD, you have obesity." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." Yeah. I didn't ban him. Cool kid. But yeah, he came in with some
comedian right there.
Yeah. We got a comedian, huh?
Comedian right there.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that kid was like fucking 12 or something.
It's fucking amazing. Man, these kids are harsh nowadays.
Yeah.
They're ruthless.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. Yeah, these kids are crazy. These kids are harsh, bro.
That's why I don't stream. I'm too fucking old for that.
Yeah.
I might hop on to roll stream.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. Just gotta come on, bro. We gotta play. I was playing Fall Guys again. Oh my
god. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like I found a way. We don't have to do this crazy method. I'm like, Brad, we're still not qualifying, Brad.
Yeah, but we don't have to do this shit.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. With that said, let's go ahead and do this thing, man. Let's go ahead and do it. All right. So if you have not watched City of God, you should probably get out of here if you care about sports. But if you don't care about sports, or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning. Is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCourt. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. City of God is a 2002 Brazilian epic crime film directed by Fernando Meirelles and Katia Lund. Braulio Montalbani's script is adapted from the 1997 novel of the same name written by Paulo Lins, but the plot is also loosely based on real events. It depicts the growth of organized crime in the Cidade de Deus suburb of Rio de Janeiro between the end of the 1960s and the beginning of the 1980s. While with the film's closure, depicting the war between the drug leader Lize and vigilante turned criminal Knockout Ned. The tagline is, "If you run, the beast catches you. If you stay, the beast eats you." The cast includes Alexander Rodriguez, Leonardo Firmino, Jonathan and Philippe Heingensen, Douglas Silva, Daniel Zeto, Sujor. Most of the actors were, in fact, residents of favelas such as Vidijal and Cidade Dios itself. City of God received widespread critical acclaim and garnered 4 nominations at the 76th Academy Awards: Best Cinematography for Cesar Chalon, Best Director for Mejieles, Best Film Editing for Daniel Razien, and Best Writing Adapted Screenplay for Mantovani. In 2003, it was Brazil's entry for the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film, but it did not end up being nominated as one of the 5 finalists. I'm going to look what was the winner for that one. It is frequently listed by many critics and audiences as one of the greatest films of the 21st century and one of the best films of all time. In 2015, the Brazilian Film Critics Association, aka Abracine, voted City of God as the 8th greatest Brazilian film of all time in its list of the 100 best Brazilian films. Michaelis and Lund went on to create the City of Men TV series and its 2007 adaptation, which shares some of the actors, notably leads Silva and Darlene Cunha, and their setting with City of God. It doesn't say here, but there is a sequel television show called City of God, The Fight Rages On, that is currently ongoing on Max. It's, I believe, on episode 4 at the moment. It will be episode 5 this weekend. Edit by Daniel Rosen. Yep, I already said those. Okay, so music by Antonio Pinto and Ed Cortez. And running time is 2 hours and 10 minutes. And it on a budget of $3.3 million, it made $30.6 million at the box office.
Which is what was picked up by Miramax.
Yes. So yeah, this, I don't know exactly how the rights work now, but I believe this still belongs to Miramax.
Because Miramax, I believe, was a Weinstein company.
Yeah, this was the Weinsteins. The Weinsteins that brought it, which I believe this was not cut down heavily as all the other Weinstein acquisitions were. So yeah. But Brad, you actually want to tell them why we were doing this?
Because I brought it to Raul's attention, because we were going to have Julio on and we were going to review the television show for City of God. The City of Men, I guess is what it's called, right? City of Men?
No, City of God, The Fight Rages On.
Okay.
I've never seen City of Men. I don't even think that one's available to stream here in the U.S.
2007. Okay. Sorry. So, yes, we were supposed to review the new show that is a part of this world. And I brought it to Raul's attention I don't think we've ever reviewed City of God. And he looked at me that day, and he was very confused that day because this was like 2 minutes before we were doing the other review. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I have never seen City of God. It is not. I know I have memory lapses, but I know I did not see this movie.
After watching this film, Brad, can you confirm with me that you've never seen City of God?
I had never seen this movie. At all. At all. I don't even think I've seen clips of this movie. I've seen the cover, like where they're sitting on the beach, and that's it.
It's a very famous cover.
It's a very famous cover. So that's all I've seen.
Oh my god. But yeah, man. Yeah. So with that said, Brad, here we are. We finally reviewed it on this podcast. Brad, what are your initial thoughts on City of God?
My initial thoughts, I'd like to.
He's a power. Wait, sorry. He's a power next week, but what's a Hobbit?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's how I felt, Stacy.
Have never reviewed the Hobbit trilogy or the Lord of the Rings trilogy on this podcast.
We have not.
Which
weird.
I'm sure is going to happen soon. I want to say at least it'll happen before episode 1000. But
yeah, probably.
We're too busy discovering obscure Russian films from the
and different Japanese directors, Taiwanese films.
Yeah.
which is all over the place.
Sometimes I think, Brad, I think some people in our in our community might just say like, guys, just pick a popular movie for
Just pick a,
once.
which we did the first year,
Yeah.
and then we were like, nah.
Nah.
Nah, I'm
I
gonna
don't really
watch
feel
all
like
the
it.
Edward Yang movies before
Yeah.
I do anything.
Yeah. But go ahead, Brad. Sorry.
So I think it's a disservice by Wikipedia to call this just an epic crime film.
Oh, it's
It is
100%
it is a
accurate.
crime film. Don't get me wrong there, but it's a coming of age movie as well. It is very much a coming of age movie. Um, and I'll just put it out there. I think this is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Holy shit. Wow. Okay. Man,
I,
I don't know if Julia's watching right now, but she's going to be really happy to hear that.
yeah, this is top 5. This is a nonstop thrill action ride really through this movie. It is filmed great. I mean, I don't know. It's very hard to come up with many other films that do better than this. Um, I think you have the framing techniques in there, you have the music in there, you
The
have
editing.
the stylistic choices that are all to me perfect for this movie. And I loved every minute of it. Like I forget how many hours it is, but I loved
2
every
hours and
minute of
10.
this movie, and I kind of didn't want it to end. That's how much I like this movie.
Yeah. Man, Brad, I'm really happy that you liked it that much. I wasn't expecting you to like it like that, bro. Like,
Like let's go back. Like we've seen a lot of noir films, we've
mhm.
seen a lot of crime drama, we've seen a lot of action films. This is like a culmination of all that, and then you throw in a coming of age movie, which is just I mean, this is based on a book of actual events, and it's almost like this place isn't real. Like you
Yeah,
wouldn't think this place is real, but it's real.
yeah. God, Brad, I've seen this so many times at this point, bro. Like, I know on Letterboxd it only shows that I've seen it twice. I'm pretty sure I've seen it 2 other times that weren't on Letterboxd because I remember seeing it once with my dad during like Christmas break. But that first time I watched it had to be for a class. It had to be for a class, if I remember correctly. But I mean, Brad, this movie's fucking amazing. Um, I truly think this is like one of the most essential Brazilian films of all time. Shit, I'll go ahead and go. What's it called even farther? I think this is one of the most essential Latin American films of all time. Some of the greatest editing you'll ever see in a movie. I mean, those quick cuts, and then the cinematography. I mean, Brad, they strapped a fucking to get that opening scene, Brad. They strapped a fucking
Fucking camera
camera
on a
to a
chicken.
chicken. Come on. I mean,
They
it's
went all out.
amazing. It is amazing, and you don't. There's not a lot of movies that truly capture the feeling of what they're trying to, depict. And it's
But
like this, and like Julia said, like Julia told me before on our episode on the cinema condition, this is the life of the favelas.
yeah.
Like there is nothing different to this movie. That's exactly the life in the favelas, and they got it completely right.
Well, and they depict just so much going on in this film.
Yeah,
You have this gang war over territories. You
yeah,
have child soldiers being brought in, and then it
mhm,
just continues on with more and more deaths that happen. It
yeah,
just continues on until at the very end, you have the main guys killed, but then it continues on. Just the
yeah,
violence and I mean from outside perspective, from a movie making perspective, it's a great like action film in that style, but
yeah,
that's not all this movie is. This movie's telling a story of abject poverty and very hard for people to make it out of this life, and you have a character who we're following
yeah.
who does.
And that's why, like, I like throughout a lot of this movie, there's a lot of sense of hopelessness, but like deep in there, there's a lot of hope in this movie
Yeah.
because that he makes it out. He makes it out, and you see how much how and this is something that I really really can't wait for you to watch in the series because it's like he makes it out by kind of exploiting what is the trauma of that place and what's allowing for that place to continue being how it is.
But I mean, if you have no, we've seen it all before.
Yeah.
Anyone who's come from poverty-stricken areas,
Yeah.
they you either get it through music, you get it through sports. Those are
Or
the main two to get it out of there. Education is kind of your third option through there.
But what's the biggest one? What's the biggest one?
Drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs.
I mean, that's to get wealth. Yeah. Those are the mainstays of when you come from a poverty-stricken area.
One of my old coworkers is like, "Hey man, you want to get out the hood? You either rap or you can play ball." And I was like, "That." I'm like,
I mean, that's kind of how a lot of people did it.
Yep. But God, man, I love. I mean, also, come on, man. Like, how anybody who thought this movie wouldn't be for me is like, come on, the movie's about a guy who gets into fucking photography, bro. Like the whole movie is basically how this guy really loves photography.
Yeah.
And it's what allows him to get out of this terrible life of his.
Well, and what's hilarious is the first time he sees his photo printed in the paper, like it came out of nowhere for him, and all he thought about was he's going to be killed. Yeah. He's going to be killed of this because it shows his face. But fortunate for him, Lil Zay was trying to get in the paper.
Yeah. Well, Familiar Face and So George. If you're a Wes Anderson fan, he's in a movie of his, right? Yeah. He's in fucking. Oh, he's in Asteroid City. Yes. And he's in Life Aquatic.
The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Yeah. And Elite Squad 2, The Enemy Within. Yeah. Ah, that's cool. I know he's in Paradise Lost as well, but I never see Paradise Lost. But man, Brad, and I mean, there's.
Can I also state the acting is fucking spectacular through this? And did they get most of these actors from this area?
Mm-hmm. Most of them are like non-professional.
Yeah,
actors.
Which is we've seen this happen before. We saw this with the it was the 3-story film, where he just took people from his village and put them on the screen.
Oh, fucking what's it called? The Apu trilogy.
Yes, the Apu trilogy. Yeah, it's exactly like that. Where like it should not work. Just throwing random people on the screen. And it does.
And there's some moments in this movie that's just like really really get to me, like where I can't remember his name, Brad, but he's pushing his girlfriend is like, hey, his girlfriend wants him to leave with him.
Benny.
Yes.
Benny, the coolest fucking drug dealer ever.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't. Like,
this man had a whole party for him leaving, and everyone was partying.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't go. Like, I have to stay here. And as he's as he's like pushing the car to get it started, so that way his girlfriend.
Oh no, this was at the beginning. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was thinking of the other Benny. Sorry, this was at the very beginning. Yeah. Shaggy. You're thinking of Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy. And as he's pushing it, like he gets fucking gunned down.
Yeah.
Like, God, man, God. And then of course, what's it called? The whole block party. Not the block party. The funk party.
Yeah.
Oh, that scene is so cool. And of course, it ends up becoming a shootout. But
yeah,
I love the way they filmed that. They edited and they lit that. It's fucking awesome. And it's
I love how they introduced Knockout Ned. because they introduced Knockout Ned as a normal fucking human.
Yeah.
He was in the military. He got out of the military. He's on the bus. He's hanging out. He's talking with the kids. And they're like, they were going to rob him. And they're like, it's kind of cool. So we're not going to do that. But that's our first introduction, Knockout Ned. By the end of this movie, Knockout Ned, by losing his brother and his uncle, has turned to crime, to, turn violence towards Lil Zay. Yeah. And it just turns into all-out gang war.
Yep.
And it just shows how easy you can go from just being like, a normal law-following individual in this area to fucking wanting to kill everyone.
Yep. It's like the tagline says, right, Brad? Either the beast, if you run, the beast clutches you. If you stay, the beast eats you.
And that's
And it's like,
exactly what happened.
yeah, what like once you're in that area in that type of life, if you don't, it's gonna catch up to you one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we see a lot of these kids like they had no chance.
No.
There's no parental figures
Oh no.
really in this area. They're kind of allowed to
Well,
run on their own as little gangs.
because the parents are either dead or they're trying to work to make
Yeah,
sure that they can have some food.
yeah, and
And
what they're seeing is their parents are working so hard and still not getting anywhere, so they turn
yeah,
to that life of crime.
yeah. Well, it's also a lot of it. And that's why it's also a really good movie on Brazilian politics and like
Yeah.
how much the Brazilian government just ignores these areas.
But
You
not
know.
only that, they not only ignored it, they shuffled off anyone with in poverty or with problems to a
Mm-hmm.
whole nother city that they ignored,
Yeah.
other
Yep.
than the corrupt police.
Yep. And you can tell because like in the beginning you see how it is like, oh, that area is just like a bunch of houses, just like rows of houses. But the more people they send there, and the more people that are going there, everything starts to pile up and it becomes really congested.
I mean, and we've seen this in other areas. We've seen it like in India and
Yeah.
other areas.
Yeah. But man, dude, and you could tell like, oh, the police don't go there. Why? Because the police, what's it called? Because
Because the police want to live.
the police want to live.
Yeah, the
But
gang's got
also,
more guns than the police.
when the police do go there, it's just to cause trouble.
Yeah,
They don't like in
it's
those
just
scenes. In the
to
scenes,
introduce more violence or get
mm-hmm,
their cut.
yep, they
They're not
just go there
they're
to,
not really there to help.
yeah, they're not really there to help. So it's why they turn to people like the slumlords here, and you have these people who are like kind of in control of these areas. So I think the movie just does a great job at that. Brad, one of my favorite scenes. Oh, it's a line in that beginning, but when they're going through that house and they're going through the house and I don't know if it was a house or it was like a brothel.
You're thinking of the motel, like
The
the
motel,
motel
yes, the
hotel.
motel. They go in, and when they go into the room where they're having sex, and then the camera just shoots up, and it's getting it from the top, bottom, like you're seeing the reflection of them.
Yeah,
It's like,
they had like a
oh,
mirror. They had like a mirror on top or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's so fucking cool. It's so fucking cool. And then of course the close-ups when you just see Buscape with the sweat coming down. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh my god, dude, like yeah, yeah. But it's just fantastic, and I'm glad you bring up Brad. Like it is a coming of age movie, and
Yeah.
I think that's a layer that a lot of people don't really, see in this movie because it's like it really is like yes, it's a movie about the favelas. It's about a movie about
Yeah,
corruption. It's a movie
it
about
is an
drugs,
epic crime movie, as they say, but it's a coming of
but
age movie, very much
mhm,
so.
it's the coming of Buscape's age and Rocket's age. Yeah,
Yeah.
and how he starts as this kid who loses his brother, and he what's it called? He's kind of hopeless. He doesn't know what he wants, and he doesn't see anything else. And then he finds photography, and it's through photographing the experiences that he's lived, and they want to ignore that he ends up finding a way to get out of this.
Yeah, and I mean it's bad because all these reporters, they're sending him into Violence's way for him to
Yeah.
get this story,
Mm-hmm.
and you start questioning. Okay, they found a use for him now, and that's why they're keeping him. And this is eventually how he gets out.
Yeah.
Is he becomes useful to them, just like he was useful, and how he survived is he was very useful. He was useful to Lil Zay there. He was useful
Mm-hmm.
before that. I mean, he's useful to Carrot there for a bit. Like I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy this kid's tale on how he
Yeah.
got through.
I love some of these reviews on Letterboxd. I'm sorry, Brad. So someone get that chicken an Oscar. Just gonna live life to the fullest because Benny didn't get a chance to.
Poor Benny.
Yeah. Oh God. But it's an incredible movie, Brad. I didn't expect for you to be like, oh, it's in my top 10 of all time. Um, but it's a great movie and one of the most essential films that you should watch because it's like from a filmmaking standpoint, it's incredible how this was made.
Yeah.
But story wise, I think it's one of the like it's an incredible story. But Brad, what's your final verdict here?
I already called it perfect, so 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Brad, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 9.75. It's near perfect to me. I think a proper look. This is how I would like. This is where I believe the 10 will come in. a proper rewatch on a really well, like like, I'm not saying like AI thing, like hell no. I just a good restoration on a Blu-ray, and
here's the thing though, is I think it looks pretty good.
It looks really good.
If you continue restoring this from where it is, do you think you might lose some of that grit that comes
I
on
think you lose some of that the grittiness, yes, per se.
But do you want to?
That's the thing. I don't want to. That's where I'm saying, like, at least a restoration that holds up the integrity of what makes this movie special.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go back to Morris Perros because that is a very great movie, and I don't like any of the characters. I like a lot
they
of
did it for that one, Brad. They did it for that one with this new restoration.
Okay, do they keep that grittiness though?
Yes, okay. Very much.
So if they go that route, sure.
It just doesn't look as rough as it used to look, but it still has what makes it look like that. So if that restoration of Amores Perros didn't happen, I probably wouldn't be saying this shit right now. But like, I believe that there is a way to achieve a better look for this movie to keep it preserved for years to come, without sacrificing what makes it special.
Did they ever put this in the? Have they put this in the
Library of Congress or the
Library of Congress yet?
No, not yet. I don't believe so.
But
isn't the Library of Congress just American films?
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe. It should be preserved by the Academy.
It should be preserved by something.
Yeah. This needs to be preserved by the Academy because it's just probably the fact that this didn't win. Well, look, I checked out. I've never seen any of these movies that were nominated that year, but it's I mean, this should have been a nominee. I don't know why it wasn't.
I've received a lot of nominations for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was nominated a lot for the Academy Awards.
Yeah. But it's just incredible movie, man. And I'm glad that we finally got to it. Now Brad can actually start
the
show, which I still haven't caught up with the last 2 episodes, and I need to watch those. I need to catch up because now I'm gonna start piling up a lot of shit. So yeah. But that concludes our review of City of God. As always, you can follow us at thenerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Letterboxd at the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/the-Nerdcore. This episode is live early and ad-free at the moment on Thursday night, and it is possible by going to the $1 tier on Patreon.com/the-Nerdcore, and it goes public for everybody on Saturdays. I just figured out that I never said that in the beginning, so I made sure I say it right now. Of course, our Discord link is in the description below, so you can talk to us in there. Hope you guys, talk with us. If you're on the YouTube side of things, leave a comment about this review. Tell us what you think about this movie. Tell us what you think about our discussion. And yeah, man, it's such an incredible movie, bro. I'm always like speechless. It's every single time I rewatch this movie, and I know that I'm saying that as somebody who didn't rewatch it for this episode, but I've seen it so many times. Each time it really does kind of feel like the first time. Because it's just that damn good.
Yeah.
Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell so you don't miss a single single review that drops on the channel. And make sure you leave a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app of choice and follow us on that app as well. Yeah, Brad, and also, I mean, damn, spoilers are off, but like, these are one of the few movies where you see like violence against children.
It's true. Yeah. You don't even see that in video games.
You don't even see that in video games. Like the last time I can tell you when I saw a kid like get like gunned down or like hurt was like that was like Us in 2019. Where he's like, and I was like, okay, I was like, oh shit, like that's massive.
They're really going into it.
But like this one, dude, it does not shy away at all, bro.
I mean, just bodies in the street.
Yeah. But thank you to our patrons. They make this possible. Without them, we're simply just not doing this the way that we are and at the level that we are. And we want to thank you guys so much. Brad, can you tell them about our wonderful executive producer, Shane?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at thriftedil, or go buy something from the Suppy God at dpop.com/Prison City Minage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, we want to thank you so much, Shane. But for now, guys, we finally reviewed this movie. Brad's review did not disappoint. I think Cooley's going to be a really, really happy camper. But with that said, Hopefully, the next time you hear us talking about this film is when we do our review of City of God: The Fight Rages.
How many episodes is that going to be?
I believe that's 6, Brad.
Okay, so we're almost.
I think we're almost at the end of it.
So I can almost binge watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I think you can, Brad. I don't know if it's gonna be a limited series or it's gonna be a series like that, but
yeah,
yeah, I believe this is 6 episodes long, Brad. Yeah, shit, we're almost done with this series. Okay, yeah, so we'll get to it soon, and really excited about that. And of course, we'll have Julio on for that review. So, with that said, Brad, let's go ahead and get them the hell out of here.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being the host as always. Thank you to Stacy for joining us in chat today. Thank you to the listeners out there, Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I have a suggestion for all those budding filmmakers out there. Go strap a camera to a chicken and see what happens. Young Yoda out.